Ay, ay. Why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face? Ay, 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 ay. Why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face? Ay, ay, ay. You tell me you my girl, but you telling all my business to that squirrel. I am like, what in the world? I know you were fake and phony when you said you were my homie. But for real, I know you jelly cause you lonely. You always bragging about my money. As a matter of fact, don't you owe me? But in my face, in my face, in my face, yeah, yeah. I wish you keep it real, cause you need to seriously chill. I thought you were cool, but I see I'm the one being played for the fool. Telling my business from coast to coast. I had a feeling you were doing the most. All in my face, all in my face, all in my face, all in my face, all in my face. Now I wish you would turn into a ghost. And just as a fear, cause I can't stand you being near. Boo, bye and goodbye, get from around me because you a fraud. Just get away from me. Ooh, Lord, all in my face, all in my face, all in my face, all in my face. Ooh, Lord, ooh, Lord, ooh, Lord. I can't stand them fries. Ooh, Lord, ay, 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 oh. Why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face? Ooh, Lord, ay, 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 oh. Why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face? Ooh, Lord. Why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face, in my face? Ay, 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 oh. Why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face? Why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face? Ay, 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 ay. Why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face? Ay, 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 ay. You tell me you my girl, but you telling all my business to that squirrel. I am like, what in the world? I know you were fake and phony when you said you were my homie. But for real, I know you jelly cause you lonely. You always bragging about my money. As a matter of fact, don't you owe me? Playing in my face, in my face, in my face, yeah, yeah. I wish you keep it real, cause you need to seriously chill. I thought you were cool, but I see I'm the one being played for the fool. Telling my business from coast to coast. I had a feeling you were doing the most. All in my face, all in my face, all in my face, all in my face, all in my face. Now I wish you would turn into a ghost and just disappear, cause I can't stand you being near. Boo, bye and goodbye, get from around me because you a fraud. Just get away from me. Ooh, Lord, all in my face, all in my face, all in my face, all in my face. Ooh, Lord, ooh, Lord, ooh, Lord. I can't stand them fries. Ooh, Lord, why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face? Ooh, Lord, why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face? Ooh, Lord, ooh, Lord, ooh, Lord.
Child. That song is perfectly perfect for what's going on, playing in their face. Woo! Oh Lord have mercy. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh Lord. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna try to move this banner. Woo! Did y'all hear what I heard? Did you hear what I heard? Oh, child. Let me acknowledge those who are here. Let me acknowledge those who are here. Listen, I know some of y'all were trying to say hello to me over there at King Roman News, but I don't do that in people's chat because as a content creator, I can sometimes be distracted to the content creator. So I'm respectful of King Roman space. So, but I appreciate y'all saying hello to me. What's up, Michi Black? What's up, Room Shaker? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. What's up, Michi Black? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. What's up, Tight Bay? What's up, Tight Bay Forever? Good to see you, Cheryl, the Sporter Burnett. How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Tanya McNeil, what's going on, girl? How you doing? Good to see you. What's up, your pleasure? Thank you for the note. I appreciate that. The song is very appropriate for these seasons, child. Michelle's daughter, what's going on? You go get you a nap so you could go to King Roman's call in later today. 9 o'clock Eastern, I guess. What's up, Vibrant Law? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for supporting the channel. I appreciate you. I'm gonna need a bigger snack today. What you say today? Oh, bigger snack tray. Shit, you you might need a duffel bag while you at it. What's up, Ron P? How you doing, child? Ron, did you hear that? Did you hear what happened? What's up, Precious? What's your precious self? Thank you for spending your precious time over here. All right, let me see. Gwen Star, what's going on, Gwen Star? How you doing? Thank you for being the star and making it over here. What's up? Just trying to figure it out. How you doing? I'm glad you figured your way back over here. All right, y'all. Let me see. Dr. Soapy, what's up, Dr. Soapy? How you doing? You see this shenanigans, child? Ooh, child, hey, ooh, nothing but a bunch of wolves. What's up, Angela White? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you being here. All right, let me see. Thank you to everybody. What's up, Rico Castellano? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Child, let's get into it. Let's get into it. If you want to, feel free to send a gesture to $ searching crowd because that live that King Roman had was packed with information. Was packed with information. It made you want to invest in the Lipton Tea Company because there was so much tea. Let's start with Big Hair Brianna. Okay, Big Hair Brianna. Now I remember Big Hair when everybody was talking about when Shakim came out with the whole thing about what's up, Asia. He came out, oh, look who's on the flag team, look who's on. Everybody was like, well, why your ass was in the flag team? And then they turned to Brianna. It was like, Brianna, why you up here with this dude knowing that he was flagging everybody else? Because at the time they were trying to say Ness did it. And everybody turned around and looked at Brianna like, you promoting this? You promoting him? That's why I be telling people, be careful who you promoting and shit. Right? And everybody like, I like him. I like him. Oh, I like him. I remember so I like Shaquille. Nika too. I like me some Shaquille. I think she funny. I'm like, Now see, now see. Now I remember Brianna's words. So somebody came with. I forgot who it was. Somebody. I think it might have been. Damn, I can't remember who it was. Oh, it might have been Goosey. It might have been Goosey. Goosey was like, "Oh, well, there's a receipt out there that he flagged you." And then Brianna was like, "Where's the receipt? Where's the receipt?" And then it somehow it turned into a hypothetical question, right? And then she's like, well, if I see the receipt, then of course I'm going to get rid of him. I remember that because I know exactly where I was at that specific time. I said, oh, okay. But it was like, it was a hypothetical. The receipt never came. Well, guess what? Boom, 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 boom. Um, King Roman dropped the receipt. The receipt is now I didn't put the receipt on my wall because that's not my, I mean, he spilled the tea, so he deserves for y'all to go find the tea. I'm not gonna take that man tea. But he came through with the receipt. And the receipt was of Shakim impersonating like he was Brianna. That's the way it came across to me. That's the way it came across to me, and that's the way it should come across to you, based on the way in which he wrote it. He didn't say how many strikes does this channel have. He said how many strikes does my channel have, and it was as if he was a Brianna. And then it showed like his profile on Twitter. I was like, child. I was like, So the question is, Big Head Brianna, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Cause you always criticizing and analyzing and all this shit. Why? And then we listen. So if you want to break it down, Shakir was out here playing in your face, just like my song say, playing in your face, pretending to be your friend, striking your ass at the same time, and trying to see how many strikes you had on your channel to see how far he needed to go to strike your other channel. Or no, put on another strike on your channel. And then on top of that, this get real deep. So he trying to fuck up your bag because you know you was out here talking about, oh, my page was almost at a comma. It was almost at a comma. It was all at a comma. So he trying to fuck up your bag so you wouldn't be able to pay for your 8 adopted children. So you wouldn't be able to provide for your 8 adopted children. So he getting in the way of you being able to feed children that aren't yours. So he's trying to fuck up your livelihood because you, girl, you know you depended on that chick now that you got 9 mouths to feed or whatever, however that crazy ass situation is. But why are you going to school for? Why are you going? You going to school to be book smart and street dumb? For real. Because people telling you about this dude. People telling you gonna keep him around and then don't promote him. Do you not know when you promote someone, they then become synonymous with your brand? So why you going to school for, girl? You going to school hopefully to get an education to make more money. But you gonna keep around somebody that's fucking up your pockets so you could be indigent and poor. What? Okay. 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 Mm. And then come to find out, sorry, Kimmy. I'm sorry, Kimmy, but I had to speak the truth too. So apparently, uh, King Roman dropped news that Kimmy was the victim too. Now I remember Kimmy coming out here. Now, see, I was watching one of Kimmy's broadcasts recently, and her tone, like her mood has shifted. And I'm like, damn, what happened? Where she was like, she was holding him more to the fire, right? And I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, what happened? Because before she was all like, I like me some Shakim. I like me some. She was drinking the Shakim Kool-Aid too. But then I'm like, what happened? So apparently he tried to get her page too, based on what was said at King Roman Loud, because just Kimmy dropped down in the chat and said that she had the tea too. She had the tea. And King Roman didn't know she had a team. She like, damn, y'all was sitting on that. So, just Kimmy seeing the receipt that he was trying to strike her ass too. Now, based on what King Roman said, he got 15 aliases. Whatever it said, aliases. He got 15 aliases. 15 aliases. So and then King Roman was trying to put the law on him. Or is gonna put the law on him, because they said it's a whole federal crime and all this other stuff. So I'm like, child, baby. I'm like, ooh. See, that's the thing. I know other sectors do their thing, but what I seen over here in the B sector, like, we be finagling with the law in the way the law take it seriously. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's weird. Like when he said he gonna call put the Detroit police on, I was like, child, it's a wrap. Cause he got a warrant out. Now we know when you call the police too much, they start to take things a little bit more seriously. And y'all know y'all some cop calling bitches. Well, what y'all do though, if y'all ain't got no other number memorized in your cell phone, y'all know 911. Y'all know 911. It ain't funny, but it's just child. Anyway, what's up, Ronnie Q? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being. I'm gonna just read some of y'all comments real quick. They should have been learned by now. Brianna is not that smart. Then somebody was saying Brianna, all she do is she don't really go outside like that because everything she do is remote. I was like, damn. I'm like, okay. But what do I know? What do I know? All right. Let me see your comments and then I'll get to the rest of my commentary. She brought him to BS. He bite her like a snake. She brought him here to Uck with the OGs. Oh, the F with the OGs. That's what I'm saying. Be careful who you open the door to. A lot of us, it's weird how like them OGs be supporting and pushing and people, and the people they be pushing, they got some fucked up ways. And I'm like, could you get somebody else? What's up, Nessa? Hey, how you doing? I'm like, now he's trying to take y'all out the game. Ain't that some fucked up shit? If you think about it, somebody who opened the door for you, he trying to take you out. mm. So let's get to the other part of what happened over there on Key and Roman News. So then we get to the whole Lemon situation. Now, breaking news, Lolo says she's done with Lemon, right? And see, Lemon is such a fucking liar, bro, because I learned about the whole situation at Ness. Ness sat there and broke out what happened at his last live on Lemon's live, and at the end of the live, he up there talking about what was it? It was him, Pizarro, and Lolo. Pizarro come over there with her messy ass talking about, he said that he a friend to Lolo to an extent and that Lolo always trying to fit in, right? Once Lolo, you could tell by that, what she mean like to an extent and what you mean trying to fit in, you could tell she was hurt. Then he ended the live. So then he goes over to Jay Wilson's this morning, I think, and try to deflect off that shit. I don't know. It's a lot of shit going on. But apparently, I guess he and King Roman was having a conversation. He said, "Oh, you like that act of deflection?" Now Lemon up there trying to act like what? Well, apparently Lolo says she's done. Now, you got to give a disclaimer to that because you don't know is she really done, or if the attention bug, if she'll get affected by the attention or lonely bug again and go back over there. But I hope she do stand up for herself, because she don't. I mean, how much disrespect you gonna take? Like, he don't like you like that. Like, you ain't gonna be that kind of friend to him. And I mean, sure, I don't know. She going through a lot, so I ain't gonna try to pile on her, but ooh, child, wake up and smell the fucking roses, girl. Like, he just using you for content, and you can't. You know what, Lolo? You should feed him a whole bunch of motherfucking lies. Make up some good ass story or something. Maybe say you had a baby alien or something, and you in Area 51, and that's where the baby stored. To see if he believe that shit, and then go tell it. Cause just feed him lies like he feeds you lies. I don't know, but y'all tell him everything. And I think low key, um, King Roman wanted to say that, lemon like dick. That's what I felt. He kept dropping hints. He's like, dick in your mouth, dick in your mouth. I'm like, King Roman, what you said? Dick in your mouth. And let me tell you something. I'll tell you, Lemon was an internet boy. This is my theory. Lemon was the internet boy. And that's why you always, and King Roman said, why you got to keep telling people you so beautiful, you so beautiful? Now, since Lemon, I heard, want to lie about the Zooms, I'm going to tell you some tea on what happened in the Zooms. So, and this is not nothing private or whatever. Lemon would sit back there and have them people in the back be subjected to his body. He will always be trying to show off his body to the people, and them people weren't there for that. Them people weren't there for that. They wanted to hear commentary, not for you to torture them with your body. So in case y'all want, that's why he's always trying to seek validation, because he was an internet boy. And if you know from 7 Stars, now 7 Stars had a post too. She had a very good post. Long ago, when 7 Stars was active on this application, they used to drag her for living in this facility. And she has a very good point. Why are we sitting up here celebrating and promoting somebody who lived with their mama? You know what I mean? Like, who live with their mama, like, ain't dragging him like he should be dragged to the white meat. And I'm not knocking that, but it should be something when he start calling people bitches and all this other shit. Well, you should be like, well, you still attached to your mama's titty. You know what I mean? Like, reminding him that his ass ain't perfect, So, what I will say. So, yeah, so King Roman's kind of alluded to the fact, and I felt that King Roman, based on the private conversations they had in the back, that he may have come out to King Roman that, like, he liked sausage instead of tilapia. So, that's how I feel. So I guess King Roman had enough of Lemon. King Roman was pretty much saying, oh, no, you don't treat me like that. You don't sit up here and wish death on me. You don't sit up here and tell me that, like, all that stuff he was saying, crazy to him and all that. And I felt that was good that somebody was holding his feet to the fire. I really do. Because it's tired of people giving him a motherfucking pass. I really am, because it's like, bro, when you going, what's going on here? What's really going on? When you gonna grow up? But some people ain't down for that shit. You know what I mean? Some people ain't down. But going back to my theory about Lemon, I honestly feel, well, I told you, when he left, I got no explanation. Not even when he came back, there was no explanation. And I'm a person who don't pry. I honestly feel that you would tell me when you want to tell me, and that you have emotionally healed to deal with reliving the memories while telling me. That's how I'll operate. Real life, online. I don't really pry. The most I would say is, if you okay. I'm not going to try to detail what happened unless you take that avenue. And it never transpired that way. But I honestly feel Lemon was an internet boy. You man, Sir King, what the fuck you mean he was an internet boy? Why do you think Lemon always try to gravitate towards older women? Just Krista, Terry P, all them other people like that. It's a pattern. It's a pattern. He's always doing that because he was an internet boy. He would sit up there on the internet. Why you think he got banned from Grindr? He's an internet boy. So what he is, he's somebody that was used to be able to show off their body, get some money, perform some sexual acts and stuff like that, or whatever, to get gratification, satisfaction, and all that. So something happened, I feel. Something happened. Either he drank too much teleport, ate too much fast food, or whatever. He got bloated and got fat. I don't know. But I do feel something happened to him. That's why his eyes all jacked up. They say he got no teeth. I personally feel Lemmy got in the fucking fight and got his ass a monkey stomped. like a damn chimpanzee at the fucking zoo. That's what I feel. I honestly feel he got monkey stomp because he always talking about fighting, and I think he want to fight so much to make up for that point in time that he lost and probably lost his motherfucking dignity. That's what I'm feeling because he's infatuated and fighting, and I'm putting two and two together. He probably got monkey stomp so damn bad he had to fucking heal. So that's how I feel. He got like they probably fucked up his jaw, they fucked up his mouth, they fucked up his eye. He had to heal. He was gone for a long time. That shit wasn't no 2 week bye-bye. So he had to get himself straight, you know, and heal. And that's what I honestly feel. And he ain't never gave no explanation of what happened. He says that, oh, it's his brother. But he uses his brother for everything. And I think the timeline associated with his brother don't even match up with the timeline he disappeared from Avatar Nation. What's up, soul sister? How you doing? So what does therapy shit, Dr. Sobe? I know that therapy was disappointed. Last time I talked to therapy, and that was a long time when she had popped up on somebody panel. It wasn't my panel, but she popped up on somebody panel, and she was just really taken aback by his actions. She really was. I think she was really taken aback. I don't know if she's talked to him since then, but all I know is like she's like, I can't believe this. I can't believe this. And I'm like, I can't believe it either. If you can't believe it either, therapy, imagine me. You know, because therapy and he used to talk in the background. And my main concern was that her husband would find out the conversations that they were having and come and blow his fucking brains out. That's what I was scared of. I was scared of that because they lived in the same state and they were cupcaking just a room or two away. So I know how men get jealous. So that you cheating on me, and if he's paying the fucking bill in that cell phone, he can see all the access to the text messages and the phone calls. Trust and believe. So that was my concern at that time. Thank God that didn't come to fruition. But I told him to stop. I said, stop talking like whatever y'all doing, stop. Just stop. So yeah. But I know she's the last time I haven't talked to her in like it's been like it was like middle of 2025, summer, the last time I messaged her on IG. And I know she was none too pleased because I remember where I was at the mall. She was none too pleased about the person that y'all know is living. Rico Cassiano says he uses his brother to get sympathy and grab people's emotions. Yeah, that's the whole play. That's so fucked up if you think about it. Somebody that's passed on, you using them. Like it's something sick about that within itself. Terry will be back in it. Oh, I didn't know that part, Charles. Oof, I didn't know that part. That's news to me. Ooh, child. What's up with Tanya Jones? What's the other thing I wanted to say? So, Lemon goes over there and hits the link. And then, tonight over there at King Romans, because I honestly feel based on like KRN's vernacular and tone, I felt like he thought he really did have somewhat of a rapport. He called him bro. I was like, damn, okay, y'all bro. Y'all been talking that much for that to be mentioned like y'all bros? So no, you good. You good, Dr. Sobe. So I'm like, damn, you call him a bro. So I guess obviously King Roman calls him a bro. There's some kind of affinity or bond formed for that to transpire. And you kind of heard it a little bit because he didn't want to go too deep in on them, I felt, because I guess they kind of formed a bond, like I said, because you don't know how much people talk in the background. You really don't. And it seems like they were talking maybe a good deal, especially regarding this whole King Payne situation. Now, Lemon then hits the link and he gets to his sorrows. Oh, yeah, I messed up. I did disrespect you, and and I'm like, where's the violin? Where's the violin? We heard this all over again, all over again. Where's the violin? Like it don't matter. Like it don't. He need content. He thought that by coming at KRN, he probably did. And what's the crazy part about it is that when Lemon drinks, that's the true Lemon. His true emotions come out. What he want to say is say it, right? And he wanted to come at KRN, right? He's jealous of KRN. But the thing is, KRN is way smarter than Lemon. Lemon is permanently dumb. right? And he'll be like, "Oh, you know what I'm doing, and I know what I'm." Yeah, but no, I can't give credit to people who say they're smart but really dumb. And there's a lot of people running out here saying, "I'm smart. Oh, y'all don't see me, but I know what I'm doing." I'm like, okay, well, let me just wait to see if you know what you're doing. No, you dumb. Like you could sit up here and say you smart, but what you got going on is dumb. It's dumb. How you gonna sit up there and dog whistle your mama's employment, knowing that these people can motherfucking work for the CIA, NSA with their investigative skills, and you put that out there? Then you got somebody who's on your tail and you're on your heels called audio pop talking about, oh yeah, there's only 2 facilities around here that got it. I'm like, oh Lord. You know? So you stupid. You dumb. And then, child, when it came out that it came out about the ticket situation and how much he owed, well, how much he been like parking ticket shit, he denied it. He denied it. That boy will deny everything until it comes out to be true. And at first you hope it is not true because he denied it. But then you kind of find out it is true. Crazy. Just absolutely crazy. So come to find out, baby, he got issues. And remember I told you when he mentioned that weird number about 20K? I'm like, that's an odd number. Why 20K? Well, now he might owe 20K. Excuse me, I got to sneeze, y'all. Sorry, I'm allergic to the bull that's going on. So, and I kind of wish this was just a YouTube situation, but he's involved in a real life situation. You know, he's got the court situation. Then he's got people calling his complex. Then I'm sure that situation could turn civil from that uh, liquor store. So it's crazy. But, you know, what can you tell him? You know, that's why I get mad with people like Jay Wilson, who somewhat promote his behavior. So, yeah, it's insane. I don't think he don't know cocaine or no meth. I think he's too cheap to want to even go on that, you know? Thank you. I think he's too cheap to even want to go on that. So what he hit the link, simping how to it's towards the end. He come up there all, what did you say? I didn't hear you. What? And all that dumb game. What you said? I didn't hear you. I was what? What? Oh no, I was walking my dog. I was tying my shoe. I was smoking a smoke. No, yeah, he came back up there. I'm sorry, I didn't disrespect you. I didn't know. I didn't know, and I'm sorry. Well, he didn't say sorry. He says, I'm being disrespectful. And no, 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 not giving you that pass. Precious says, SK, did you notice that Lemon did use none of his silly asses when he was? Oh yeah, he was straight up sober. He was straight up sober. He didn't use the Pizarro cow tongue, nothing. He didn't do. He didn't sound. He just sounded like because he know he fucked up. But the thing is, he know that KRN has a lot of people behind him, and that's probably one bridge he didn't want to burn. And then on top of that, he knows that, oh shit, that is probably the ace in the bag that I was going to deliver to King Payne. And now I done fucked that up by my actions alone. So he knows that he probably effed up his chances to get on the show, but also effed it up even greater because he probably promised King Payne he could deliver King Roman on a silver platter to him. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this is the guy you want. He got a huge, he's, marketable and all that. And then, yeah. So when he sobered up, he's like, oh shit, I fucked up. But King Roman is the least of your problems. It's the motherfuckers who out here calling the DA and all that other stuff on your ass. I just like, child. It's like, damn. So I want to know. I want to know when just Kimmy gonna go live because I want to hear how she gonna react to somebody that she once like. I don't know if she still like her, but once like tries to sit up there and take down her page because trust and believe, especially for Brianna. I know she's dependent on that YouTube check because she said that's the only reason she come live. She don't come live for y'all. She come live for the Coindellas, right? Plus, like I said, she got 9 mouths to feed, and the rent is fucking due. Yeah, but yeah, it's just what's up, DVD? It's just this shit is just sorry, this shit is just wild. Like, damn, this been nonstop all day. And all Lord, once again, who got a job? How you got a job in online all day? You done lost numerous jobs because you online all day. Like, damn. How you got to, yeah, you work, yeah, you got, and then who, no offense, y'all, a job, I mean, but who brags about working for a temp agency? Who brags about working for a temp agency who claim to be refined and dignified and 7 degrees and accomplished? Anyway, y'all, these pages is so full of fucking characters, bro. It's just like, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. I don't beg. I never ask for anything. Oh, I can't take a hot shower and the water is cutting me when I bathe. Oh my God, I can't I miss what it feels like to have hot water, hot, smooth water. Well, now you begging for a damn motherfucking water heater and a softener. We not stupid. Like, oh my God, it's just like, and they mad because the people want to get there. They mad, nigga, because you look like their grandpa, who is their grandpa self-sufficient, and you sitting up here begging all night, all on who, like, once again, who is on live all damn day when you supposed to be at work? I don't get that. That is weird to me. Like, YouTube is the most disloyal, circumstantial thing ever. And he talking about a video title consistency. No, it should be called necessary because it's necessary that you come on here 20 times a day in order to make sure there ain't a third mortgage payment in the back. Get it right. It ain't consistency is necessary or necessity. Ugh, anyway. So they ain't washing their ass. I don't know. It sounded like he was trying to, but with cold freezing water because his water heater came out. They ain't gonna sit up there and look like he pulled a fraud scam and go sit up there and have the insurance pay for it while he sit up there and ask the people to take the people money. Child, don't get me started. Hey, SK in chat, just dropping in and say hello. I'll be the clouds listener. Okay, well, thank you for dropping by. Appreciate you, Lynn T. So yeah, there's a lot going on. All right. Other than that, there ain't much I wanted to say. There ain't much Jay Wilson got to pay them taxes, child. I don't know. And then he talking about, oh, we going on a train. We going in April or May or something. And I'm like, Jay Wilson, child, did he ever think that through? Did he ever think that through? Because Jay Wilson, if somebody want to get to your ass, ain't nowhere for you to run on the fucking train. Ain't nowhere. Ain't no way. Anyway, they don't have no job. It's all an act. Mm. Mm. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up. King Roman is going live at 9, he says. So whatever time zone y'all on, I guess that's 30 minutes for what y'all at. Yeah, we shall see. I think a lot of people gonna be talking about Brianna. Brianna, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? You said you gonna get rid of him. Like, what you gonna do? What you gonna do, Brianna? That's what I want to know. What Pizarro want to say? What Pizarro gonna say? That's what I want to know. What Pizarro gonna say? Because now there's actual evidence out there that that man tried to flag her on Twitter, or at the very least, let's say he did. Let's just be kind. Let's just be kind about the narrative. At the very least, he impersonated her. And that's very, very clear about a vernacular that was used that he tried to impersonate Brianna and contact Team YouTube. Okay? And let's just be honest. Sometimes Team YouTube on Twitter is way more quicker or responsive than the actual YouTube studio. So what is Pizarro gonna say about all this, right? What Brianna, what you gonna say? Boy, I'll tell you. I'll tell you. What Ness gonna say? Child, what Ness gonna say? Mm, Anyway. Anyway. That's all I really got to say. That's all I'm really gonna say. But you know, with the whole Lemon saga, what's so sad about it? Even if Lemon does an about face, what's up, Scorpio vibes? Even if Lemon does an about face and try to change, I think it's fucking too late. Because the words that he said still resonates within those people that he said it to. And then I heard he cursed out somebody else the other night. I heard that Brown Beauty World almost got that smoke. I was like, mm, he don't, I don't know. And then if you listen to that Jay Wilson line when Lemon was up there, it was revealing because it was like his mama, your mama getting harassed, they calling the job, they calling the apartment complex, and you don't give a damn? You don't give a damn? You don't care? What are you doing? Like, Lemon, what you're doing is being called a nuisance. And that's the thing when you ain't, I don't know. I don't know if he ever lived on his own, but when you become a nuisance to a rental property and your lease is up for renewal, the apartment complex has the right to not renew you, which means that you have to get out of their place of living. Like that is what you don't understand, Lemon. I don't know. I don't know how public assistance work or whatever, but if it's different. But Lemon, you're making it so that the apartment complex doesn't want to have to deal with you or your family, like in that place. You don't understand that. You don't understand that. Like, what's the crazy part about it is that your behavior has caused all this stuff externally to occur, and you continue to get worse and double down on your behavior. You're not even trying to sit up here and you're like, nobody's going to force me off. Nobody's going to change me. Well, you're acting like a 13-year-old rebellious kid. Now, but the real world is going to deal with you, though. Right? The real world is going to, now you're going to see whether or not if there's going to be places that's willing to take a very vicious dog, or, if your mom is going to want to have to deal with you and moving into her next place and have to deal with this and have to move again, right? Because you don't own, like, I don't think y'all own no property. So where are you going to go? You're going to have to be at the mercy of the landlord. And if that landlord or that rental management is tired of you, they're going to ask you to go. Then let's not forget, you still got the legal situation going on, right? And you're sitting up there telling the people that you is not, you're on a record, which is stupid as hell. Sitting up here saying it's not that serious. It's not that serious. Any hit and run is serious, whether it involves property or people. The last thing you should be saying anywhere is that it's not that serious. What you should be saying is, I've learned my lesson and I have changed my behavior. And then you sit up there and admit your dumb ass got a public fucking defender. Oh my God. The things that you need to be focused, like faking about, you don't. You should have said, oh yeah, I hired my attorney and she's one of the best in California and she ranked number 2 in her class. That's what you need to be lying about. not being drunk. You need to be lying about you got. Now they sitting on here and go now, child. Now these motherfuckers gonna sit up here and contact the public defender's office. You are so stupid. You are so dumb. You are so stupid. I mean, why would you say that? Unless you sit up here doing some Jedi mind trick on our ass. But honestly, you can't. I don't think you can afford an attorney. And this is what Jay Wilson should have been telling your stupid dumb ass. He should have been giving you a code to prepaid legal. That's what he should have been doing, was giving you a code to prepaid legal and helping you find an attorney in California that deals with hit and runs. But instead, he wants to sit up there and call you very talented. Child, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. But anyway. That's all I really got to say, y'all. That's it. That's my commentary. I may go back live tonight, depending on what it said on King Roman News call-in show. But yeah, so we shall see. Anybody got any questions before I leave? Because I'm about to get up out of here. Anybody got any questions? Because yeah, there's a lot going on. There's a lot, and I mean, the lesson for y'all all to learn that I can tell you from my perspective, being in my shoes, is that you really never know nobody. I almost spent 5 years with that guy sitting next to me. 5 years. That means 5 fucking years that motherfucker sat up here and faked who he was. 5 years. I'm not talking about 5 months, 8 months, a year, 2 years. 5 fucking years. And that just hit me just now. Because I'm about to tell y'all really don't know nobody. But 5 years, you should think that you know somebody to some fucking degree. So that means 5 fucking years, this dude pretended to be like a good dude. I thought Lemon was a good guy. A good guy. Yeah, he may have his like pop-off moments, but that's understandable. You want to pop off. It is what it is. But I didn't see this shit. And I honestly would tell you, I think Lemon was dealing with the battle of good and evil. I think Lemon was really dealing with the battle of good and evil. Because anybody tell you they own demon fucking time, something's in them. I'm never going to say I'm on that kind of time. I'm going to say I'm on Jesus time. I'm on angel time. I'm on Lord time. I'm on Messiah time. Okay? I'm on holy time. I'm on divine time. That's what I'm going to say. I'm never going to say I'm of that entity's time. So for him to continue saying that, I said, sometimes you ain't hear me. If you go back, I said, don't say that. I said, don't say that. So when you say that tell me he was in a battle of good and evil. And I honestly feel when he left, evil won. And until that day, we see it evil won. Because I know Lemon tried to fucking freeze me out. Because when he came back, he disappeared, he came back. Then he disappeared again. And people were telling me, oh, hey, what's up, Detach? Oh, he, yeah, I saw him over. I said, oh, really? I said, damn, that's interesting why he ain't come up over here. I was just there. I said, whatever. But I don't beg nobody to come to my show. The show it's a one-man show anyway, so I'm not going to beg nobody to come onto my show. So I said, that motherfucker trying to freeze me out. I said, that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to make me try to beg or try to see that he's essential to the existence of the show. So, yeah. So, but I think evil won out, and he's dealing with the evil consuming his soul. That's why I tell y'all, be careful of the imagery, the music, the sounds, the talk that y'all speak, because that shit can consume your soul. And I feel like he's being consumed by that shit. And that's scary because, right now, that evil entity that's in him got him doing a Mr. Miyagi, wax on, wax off, meaning he'll turn on the evil one minute and turn off the evil the next in order to make him think that you like he normal or some shit. Stay away from me. No, you ain't. I can't deal with them kind of people. Oh hell no. So that's what I gotta say. But 5 fucking years, bro. John, 4. That is some unbelievable shit. 5 years you faking that shit. But that's no different than the motherfuckers. No, I can't say that's no different than the people who work at the undercover police. 5 years, they not even under no damn detail like that. At least they get to come back home and be who they are. That motherfucker was around me nightly pretending like he was and then we talked a little bit offline. So, just about what stuff going on YouTube. I ain't seen no change in the demeanor or the tone. That shit's scary as fuck. That shit's scary as fuck. You do anyway. That's Lord, that make you really want to say you can't trust nobody. It is very mature people in our Zoom, so no one is or was needed to keep us in line. SK didn't create the platinum chat for mess and to put everyone in there against each other for content later. Right. And to be honest, I was rarely even in the Zooms because that was a space for people to get to know one another or have a deeper interaction than what the show provided. And once again, I would sit up here and say, I really let Lemon be in there to have, feel like he was more of the show because I ran the shit. I was the one controlling how much this person taught or how much that. So I said, okay, in order for him to feel like he has some form of involvement, because what do we know in any way, in any business or corporation, when people feel as if they're not appreciated, what happens? They then to begin to wander, or they don't become invested in what you're trying to do, and then they become a distraction. So when you make people feel they invested or that they're needed or that they have an important part of the thing, they then become more loyal or more of a greater buy-in to what you're trying to do. But obviously he thought something different. Bitch, I could have been in there as much as I wanted to, but I let you talk to the people. Anyway, child, that's why I tell people be careful who you let and who you support, child. That's why he said, "Oh, yeah, I'm a selfish ass motherfucker because you didn't sit up here and build this shit. You bought no. How you gonna sit there and tell somebody you ran Avatar Nation when you didn't put one motherfucker dime in the production? You put no money in none of the graphic artists, none of the music tracks, none of the people that I hired to do the vocals for my shit. None of that. You didn't drop a motherfucking dime." Even when I made a commercial for you, you didn't do shit. So how you gonna say that you ran Avatar Nation when you didn't even run the business expense account? Like you say, the fuck? You out of your damn rabbit ass mind. That teleport seeping into your motherfucking brain and poisoning it. Crazy ass. That's how he ran the nerd. So he ran Avatar Nation. Where did Avatar Nation come from? You can't even tell you that. How you gonna say you ran something and you don't even know the origin of it? You don't even know what it stands for because you betrayed the brand. You betrayed the fucking brand. Everything you doing is the antithesis of what Avatar Nation stood for and stands for. You don't see me selling my fuck ass out talking about, oh, the first thing they asked, you gonna be on the show, Sir King? And I said, hell, did I ponder? Did I pause? No, I didn't. I said no, because avatars are not allowed on the show. If they truly about being an avatar, now I can show my happy-go-lucky ass up, but all the years, hard work, tears, and sweat that I did be over, right? Okay, thank you. No, I represent a movement that you betrayed anyway. So yeah. Let me see. Can nothing. All right, man, nothing in no background. Period. Not a damn thing. Auntie Donna said the Zoom was made for all of us to talk with each other, not just limit. I don't know nothing about that. Yeah, exactly. Weird. Like, just lying. Like, why do you lie so much? Like, I just can't stand the people that lie. Why he lie so much? Always lying. That's why you can't trust nobody. When somebody sit up there talking about, oh, they gonna lie about what they ate. Oh, I made a pepperoni pizza. And your dumb ass, they ain't got no pizza at home. And I knew. Anyway, that's why he's constantly telling people to die. Spark is speaking devil. Yeah, because he's gonna cause it on himself. So, yeah. All right. So that's all I gotta say. I'm up out of here. Make sure y'all go check out King Roman. I will talk to y'all soon. Y'all have a good one. Bye, y'all. Ooh, child, yeah. All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. Ooh, child, there's just so much going on.
Hey. Why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face? Hey. Why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face? Hey. You tell me you my girl, but you telling all my business to that squirrel. I am like, what in the world? I know you were fake and phony when you said you were my homie. But for real, I know you jelly cause you lonely. You always bragging about my money. As a matter of fact, don't you owe me? But in my face, in my face, in my face, yeah, yeah. I wish you keep it real, cause you need to seriously chill. I thought you were cool, but I see I'm the one being played for the fool. Telling my business from coast to coast. I had a feeling you were doing the most. All in my face, all in my face, all in my face, all in my face, all in my face. Now I wish you would turn into a ghost and just disappear, cause I can't stand you being near. Boo, bye and goodbye, get from around me because you a fraud. Just get away from me. Ooh, Lolo, all in my face, all in my face, all in my face, all in my face. Ooh, Lolo, ooh, Lolo, ooh, Lolo. I can't stand them fries. Ooh, Lolo, ay, 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 oh. Why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face? Ooh, Lolo, ay, 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 oh. Why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face? Ooh, Lolo, why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face, in my face? Ay, 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 oh. Why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face? Why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face? Ay, 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 ay. Why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face? Ay, 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 ay. You tell me you my girl, but you telling all my business to that squirrel. I am like, what in the world? I know you were fake and phony when you said you were my homie. But for real, I know you jelly cause you lonely. You always bragging about my money. As a matter of fact, don't you owe me? Playing in my face, in my face, in my face. I wish you keep it real, cause you need to seriously chill. I thought you were cool, but I see I'm the one being played for the fool. Telling my business from coast to coast. I had a feeling you were doing the most. All in my face, all in my face, all in my face, all in my face, all in my face. Now I wish you would turn into a ghost and just disappear, cause I can't stand you being near. Boo, bye and goodbye, get from around me because you a fraud. Just get away from me. Ooh, Lord, all in my face, all in my face, all in my face, all in my face. Ooh, Lord, ooh, Lord, ooh, Lord. I can't stand them fries. Ooh, Lord, why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face? Ooh, Lord, why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face? Ooh, Lord, ooh, Lord, ooh, Lord.
All right, what's up, Goddess of Love? How you doing? Thank you, DVD, for that message. Y'all can check out my music on my music channel over there on YouTube. I will be adding music soon. I was just a little delayed in some things because something took priority. What's up, Auntie Donna, baby? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Thank you for your kind words, Miss Jackie Gaines. I appreciate that. Thank you for coming through. Appreciate you. Thank you, Michi Black, for your kind words as well. Detach myself. Thank you also for your gesture earlier. I appreciate that. All right, I'm about to be up out of here. Y'all take care. Y'all have a good one. And I may be back. I may not. We'll see. Make sure you tune in to King Romans Live. I think it's going to be in about 10 minutes. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all. See you later.